Okay, so this is take two. Anyway, we're down on the marina here, and Les Abdelone, and Istvan is busy doing housework because he's going to try and get out of here tomorrow afternoon or something. And I thought I'd just show you what's going on down here on the dock. He's got all his equipment out drying. We've got Uku's boat here, of course, which you all know about. So while all the gear's here, I'll just walk you through it for those that don't know some of the things about what's on the boat and what's not and why it's there. So the first thing we got is this is the anchor. It's a little anchor, aluminium anchor. It's a Fortress. It's an aluminium Danforth style, so it's specially approved to go on the boats, very lightweight. If they don't have that, they've got to have a 45-pound normal anchor. There's 10 metres of chain there, and then there are ropes, and then this is one of the warps, one of the heavy warps he's got if he wanted to tow warps and so on. Some spare rigging there, and this is then one of his drogues. This was interesting. When I saw this, I thought, whoa, wow, I don't know how long that'll last. It's a big, like a dragging material bucket, if you know what I mean. It's got a bridle here that you can hang off your big boat, big swivel there. So there's the swivel. I don't know whether you can see that. But anyway, that's a lightweight. And he's got a heavy duty one as well over there. He's just drying out bedding here. Some of the crew nattering away. So I'll come over here, drying out all these upholstery there. That's Eva there with Jane with their upholstery. Some of the bosun bits and pieces, just ropes. I'm not going to be too worried about showing you the ropes and so on. Different storage. These gas bottles there. So that's pretty straightforward. Now this is interesting. This was the emergency steering system that he had to set up. Basically, that's I should have got Jane down here doing this so you can see it, but that's the bit down the bottom there that actually connects onto the rudder shaft, and then this is actually the rudder head, the tiller head, sorry, so the tiller fits in there, and it wasn't what I expected because it's the bottom fitting, this one here, which was actually modified and fixed up. Anyway, we'll go through it all later on when Istvan's ready. When he comes back, we're going to do a live question and answer session, but that's some of the bits that he's done, so that's cool. Thanks, mate. This is the infamous wheel drum of the monitor. This was the wind pilot. This was where the ropes connect coming from the pilot, and it was apparently slipping, so he's got his wheel off now while he's doing bits, and that's one of the wind pilot bits there. I can't see it, so glary now. Anyway, just drying out bits and pieces, ropes. And this was the other drogue, which is really interesting. This one's just creating drag. It has a wire loop going around, hard wire loop, and then webbing straps going through. So that webbing set up like a bucket. Once again, I don't know whether you can see that, hangs down, and it's not very good. It's hard to do this one-handed. Hangs down and creates a drag in the water. That is incredibly strong, so that's not likely to blow apart, because one of the series drogues, sometimes, in fact, a couple of boats that were going around this year, the series drogue they were using a lot and got worn out and had to stop using it. But that one looks as if it'd last quite a long time. So that's pretty cool. Drying out sails. Now this big pile of white stuff here is actually Istvan's rubbish. I've worked it out. There's about 120 kilos in there, not including the bags of old gear he's going to turn out as well. So it's sort of running true. Most of them have got about the same amount of weight, so that's not too bad. Another anchor that Istvan's got, stainless steel anchor here, and it's a 22 pounder. It's a light one. As I say, the one that meets the rule is actually the Fortress anchor over there. Spare parts. Now, some of you may have seen all about Istvan's boat when he was here at the start getting ready to go, but it's a particularly good and very well prepared trade wind, basically completely rebuilt. So he's got a super reinforced bowsprit there, Genoa out the back, and the inner forestay. He's actually got a double Y. He's got like a little spreader at the bottom. What'd you do two staysail stays for? the two stays there.
Because I am the old-fashioned guy.
Oh, hang on, I got the mic here. Yeah, an old-fashioned guy.
So I am the old-fashioned guys, and the hanks.
Yeah.
They work. The sail always come down with the hanks.
Yeah, but you got two wires, and one wire didn't get hooked up with the other.
Because originally, when you walk wing to wing, trade wind.
Yeah.
It's like a a spinnaker.
Okay.
But of course, smaller one.
Yeah, cool.
So
okay.
I have two identical staysails.
Yeah. All right, keep working. Go on. We'll get you later. Cool.
Wing to wing.
Yeah. Interesting, eh? Anyway, so two wires there, and a small electric anchor winch, manual. That manual winch or electric winch?
No, manual.
Manual winch. Okay, cool. Okay, so the rig on the boat is simply massive, incredibly strong. One of the bigger section sizes. It's a Selden rig, all traditional parts. If you get on the Selden catalogue thing, you'll see all the bits, but that's certainly not undersized. In fact, it's quite heavy. It's a deck step mast. It's got a mast support down below, so it needs to be a bit bigger than normal, but this is very big, and it's in very good condition. It doesn't look as if there's any work on it at all, so that's kind of cool. And we'll go through it in detail with Istvan when he's not so busy, but it's a twin spreader rig, all pretty conventional, and he's done exactly what I was planning to do on mine, where it's discontinuous rigging, so I can't put this camera right up in the air, but you've got twin spreaders, and the top caps, it's the outer wires, go down from the very top masthead all the way down, and there's two connections, so the top cap's different from the inter or from the lower cap. And you've got two chain plates there, independent. So you've got the saddle chain plate at the deck, and then here on the side of the hull through the bulwark is a backing plate. There's another massive stainless steel chain plate there. So they're independent. So if one of the wires breaks, it's not going to lose the whole mast. And it's got two independent chain plates as well. So that's pretty cool. And of course, the most amazing part about the trade winds, I reckon, is the foredeck. It's like being on a much bigger boat. You've got a flat foredeck, you don't have a cabin top there, it's easy to walk around. The boat feels and appears to be much bigger than it really is, and that makes it a lot of fun to sail. It also means there's a huge amount of space down below. These boats really are quite something. And anyway, he's got his main sheet. Sometimes they're at the back of the boom into the cockpit, but he's actually set it up on the cover for the hatch there, so it keeps the main sheet out of the way of the cockpit. And he's modified his cockpit. First of all, all the mainsail gears coming back to actually not all of it at all. That's interesting. No, okay. My mistake. So he's got all his mainsail handling gear at the mast. That means he's got to come up and do it from the mast, including reefing. He's got the reefing winch underneath the boom there. He's got jammers at the gooseneck end so he can take the load off stop the compression coming down once you put a reef in, all that sort of stuff. Normally, in fact, I always prefer to have it all coming back to the cockpit. Excuse me, so that you can do your mainsail reefing from the cockpit rather than go forward all the time. And he's built an extra box here for, excuse me, to try and tip down here, in front of the pedestal there. That's normally a footwell there, but he's built an extra box behind the bridge deck going down below in through the companionway. Just putting gear in, and so it's a little footwell cockpit at the moment. And the emergency tiller goes through that little hatch. Hang on, let's see if I can pull it down. That little hatch there in the cockpit sole comes up and supported on the. It's actually supported on the back bulkhead there of the hatch. You can see those two little fittings just above that hatch access into the lazarette. That's where it's supported, so it comes up quite high over the wheel. But we'll do that all again later on when it's all done. Hello. That's really quite something. And then on the back here has got. He's got the wind pilot vane, he's got a water generator there, and he's had a problem with the water generator. There's a switching sequence which he was supposed to go through, and at some stage when he was tired and confused, he broke that sequence, apparently burnt something out, so that was bad luck. He says the wind generator is going really well. It's performed flawlessly all the way through, so that's kind of cool. And what else? That's really about it for now. So very good boat. He's adamant about selling it, which is quite quite interesting because it's such a beautiful boat, well built. We'll do down below and everything when he gets back, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's one hell of a boat. Beautiful day here, and he's due back. He's going to take off tomorrow, and then he'll come back probably in about a week to 10 days, and we'll do a full interview with him then. So all very good. Okay, that's really about all. We'll see you again later on. Thank you very much. See you later. I'll try and push the buttons and see if I can turn it off.